here, and we're going to be doing an auction unboxing. Let me put this up. I'm actually bagging up those old swords of Conan's that we're going to be back again next week. This is for the auction, so I hope you guys find something you're interested in, find something you like. As usual, I'm going to go from the dollar books up to the more expensive ones and such, the more exciting books and such. But yeah, dude, I'm very excited about this. A lot of Bronze Age, a lot of 1970s goodness, and hopefully something that I could even have Eric say, hey, that's pretty cool. All righty.
I would have been doing that a lot about an hour ago if you hadn't been going so fast.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't want to mess around on somebody else's show. Just get it done, because I know I'm very chatty here. So let's get this started. And like I said, I'm going from what I think is least exciting to most exciting, but I think it's all exciting because this is bronze and this is copper, and that is it. There is nothing 90s or higher, I think, here. All right, kids. First, starting up. Well, I've got a set of these. I love Jonah Hex. A lot of people are a little bit, they push back on Hex, but this is issue number 1. And here is issue number 2. And we have issue number 3.
Hex works a lot better if you try to not think about Jonah.
Right.
And just take it as its own entity.
Here's issue number 4. And we have issue number 5 because it's Hex in the future. And here is issue number 6. What's up, One Slick? How you doing, Maranya? And Justin's in the house. And here is Hex number 7. And we have Hex number 8. And we find out that Hex is a Terminator, apparently, in issue number 9.
Everybody was then.
And issue number 10. And we have issue number 11, where apparently Hex is now in the past, or his past, and he's fighting Batman. And here's issue number 12. And issue number 13. And like I said, this is the one thing I'm very proud about my my auction is that I try to price them low enough that you can give something new a try. This is issue number 14. So if you've never tried it, give it a shot. I mean, you've got a run here. Here's issue number 15. As a matter of fact, you're going to find out that's a bit of an ongoing thing with all of the titles. Issue number 16. That you can actually do runs where you're getting multiple subsequent issues. Issue number 17. And issue number 18. So 1 through 18, it's going to be $1 each. So I might sell this as a set. I think that's actually more prudent to do so. Alrighty, let me get the next title up. Okay, this one, man, I would have loved for it to not be in the condition it is in. There's a clip taken off of the back cover, so I had to put this. This is Justice League Annual number 3. It's going to be in the dollar books. It's kind of sad. I dig the Detroit Justice League. Where do you stand on the Detroit Justice League, Eric?
I thought I was the only one.
Really?
Yeah, there's one other person. I don't think it was you, but there's somebody else that actually will admit that they liked them. But I think they're one of those groups, one of those runs that everybody thinks they're supposed to make fun of it. So even if they haven't read it, they do.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Just like there's certain things that everybody's got to say was great, or that they said it sucked. But with that Justice League run, it just gets belittled.
Okay. Oh, and
I liked it.
I'll tell you what, guys, if you haven't seen it on this channel, there is a video or a trio of videos where Eric and I talk about the best Superman artists of all time. It's one of the videos video series I'm most proud of. One thing I would love to talk to you about is greatest writers, because there are people like Alan Moore and Frank Miller and such like that who've really kind of hit with these big series. But then there are people who I would say is MVPs, and Roy Thomas, right? would have to be on that list. And this is Infinity Inc. issue number 37. What were you about to say?
Yeah, in fact, if we're going to have a thing for best writers, first thing I do is disqualify Alan Moore and Frank Miller.
Okay.
Because for years, they got to go sit by themselves and craft their masterpieces. Whereas other guys, and I actually wrote, the only time I've ever been published in a fanzine, Jerry and I had a counterpoint, and I was on the side of the monthly writer that has to meet deadlines, maybe does 2 or 3 books a month. And that's where the Roy Thomases, the Steve Engleharts, the Jerry Conways fall in.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm talking about. I think that's a great idea. Let's talk about the writers, the monthly writers, like you said.
Yeah.
Here's Infinity Inc. number 41. If you notice that these have been subsequent issues from 30, what was that, 38? No, it was 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. And we have 42. Infinity Inc. is just one of the, it's also what I would call an MVP player. It's one of those books that doesn't get a lot of fanfare. This is issue 43, but everybody I know who has read this has enjoyed it. Here's issue number 44 and issue number 45. I think I just coined a new term we're going to be using around here. Except for I just forgot it already. An MVP, not necessarily the big hitters. 46, just the ones that are solid all the way through. 47.
Well, to me, like a Roy Thomas is far above that.
Oh no, I'm talking about Infinity Inc. as a series.
Oh, okay, as a series, okay.
Yeah, 48. And here is annual number 1 with the Psycho Pirate.
Well, you know what I think the problem is when trying to get people to go back and check out something like an Infinity Inc. They aren't conditioned to read wordy books where the words are actually necessary.
Yeah.
They're used to word vomit like a Bendis. But yeah, where Thomas is actually making sense and is interesting.
I think it's the curse of Quentin Tarantino. You know, he has people talking, or Josh Whedon also. Yeah, where they're talking about, I mean, we do this too. We'll have conversations about pop culture. But yeah, they do have a lot of plot specific dialogue. Now, I wish this was in better condition. I had to throw it in with the $1. This is Justice League International, or what would become Justice League International number 1. It is a great series. And luckily enough, I've got more. Here's issue number 13. And we have issue number 14. And issue number 15. Once again, getting a lot. Jay saying he likes Justice League Detroit as well. All righty. And we have issue number 16.
Now, make no mistake, I like this better. Yeah, the
the international.
Yeah. But that's my all-time favorite. I'm alone on that island with the fossils because it's too new for them.
It's 17, but it's good. Yeah, man, Gratu was going off tonight.
Woo!
All righty, so here is issue number 18. What's up? What's up, Eric and Boyd's in the house? How you doing? There you go. And here is issue number 19. But like I said, all we got here tonight are copper and bronze. I am very happy about this upcoming auction. Here's issue number 20. And we have issue number 21.
Yeah, I refuse to put those in dollar boxes.
Should I bump this up to $2?
Sadly, I probably wouldn't.
Here's issue number 22.
Because if you put it under for $1, then the next person that bids, then we're there.
There we go. Yeah, but here's issue number 23.
So good.
And this is where they did they stop being international at this point, I think, and they become Justice League America, or did they become no? This is when Europe jumps in.
But they had their own title.
Yeah, there you go. This one's a double size, and that's a double D size.
Yes.
There you go.
And double D.
But look who's behind her, and Fire is standing out.
Well, Power Girl was kind of she's almost like having a modern Marvel period until Bart Sears got a hold of her in Europe, and then they pretty much took up her entire chest, which I'm fine with.
Okay, here are the $2. We're gonna start the $2 books, and
$2.
$2. I don't know when this is going to end. Actually, the $2 ones. Let's see. Copper and Bronze are delicious, says Eric. Power Girl always stands out, says Jackson Raykirk. We have the Justice League Annual #2, where they face the Joker, and then we have Blue Beetle, and this is issue #13. Now, this is a title we just do not have a lot. I've never had a lot of this in the auction before. Here's issue #14. And we have issue #15.
I mean, it wasn't an uber serious title. It wasn't as blah as he was in the JLA.
Yeah.
But yeah, because there's but actually that series started before the blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was well into its run by the time of the Legends crossover, because there's a couple Blue Beetles that are official Legends crossovers.
Yeah,
but I like the series because it that and Blue Devil and Booster Gold and Firestorm all felt like they could be Marvel titles, as far as like the ones that started pre-Crisis.
Yeah,
and then it kind of kept going afterwards for a bit.
Now, this is I did want to point out, it is Lynn Wine, who I think would end up on our list. Here's issue #19 of Blue Beetle. And this is a Millennia crossover. This is issue #20. Like I said, these are runs, so you can get a whole bunch of these books.
Boy, does that event get besmirched.
In all honesty, I never read it.
I read it 35, 6 years ago when it came out.
Here's issue #21. I'm thinking that I should start doing some videos over on Old Man Comics. Well, period. But I think I should do a series, Englantine Never Read. Here's issue #22. Well, hey, look, you can't read everything, right? So there's a lot I missed.
I gave it the old college try, but
I know. Same here. 23. And we have 24, which I guess is the end because it's called The Final Adventure.
In fact, that might have been why I didn't finish college. Reading too many comic books.
There you go. All righty. We had some of these. Actually, we had the damn near the entire series of this, but here we go. Oh, wow. We still have a whole bunch here. Damn. Oh, shoot. Venkman, if you're listening in, this is you want to be here. You definitely want to bid on these, because I remember I had up to a certain moment, but we do have Blue Devil #1.
Oh, they're reviewing an episode of The Blandalorian right now.
Ah, right. I haven't even seen that. Here's issue #2, and here's issue #3, and we have issue #4, and issue #5. Here we have issue #6. And issue #7.
For the record, I don't have anything against The Mandalorian. I heard Comics Division call it that, and it made me chuckle. So
I haven't watched season 3. I loved season 1 and 2, but I haven't watched season 3. Let's see. Jackson is a fan of DD, and I don't mean Daredevil. Most guys are. I was looking forward to Millennium since Englehart was involved. Jackson says, meh. All righty. And here we have, hello to Aloise. Here we have #8. So as you can see, we got a good run going here. Here is issue #9.
I think what hurt Millennium was Crisis was, game changing, literally. Mm-hmm. Legends was new universe shaping. And it was almost like whatever came after that.
Invasion.
Was probably, I forget. And then Invasion, which was something was going to get dumped on just because it couldn't measure up to the other ones.
It was Millennium.
And it was Millennium.
All right, so here's Blue Devil number 10 and number 11. And we have number 12. But then we take a little bit of a jump. And here's issue number 26. Or was that 25? Here's issue number 26. And we have 27. And we have issue number 28. And issue number 29. And let's see. I know there's another. Nope, that's issue number 30. And then issue number 31. I think the lot I sold to VENKMAN ended at like issue number 27 or 28. So here's the last issue, and he can get in on that one. But I hope somebody says, you know what? No, I'm good. I want to get that too, and has a bidding war on it. Want to talk about a book I've always wanted to get my hands on. I've always wanted to get my hands on this just to see how well it does, because I've got the Showcase Presents, the telephone book of this. I've got the entire series. It is so much fun, especially if you don't mind dad puns. In this case, dad puns written about animals. This is Captain Carrot and the Amazing Zoo Crew, issue number 4. I know. Bathe in the glory, kids. Bathe in the mother glory.
It's Basque.
Okay, Basque. Either one. 5. And we have issue number 6. And we have issue number 7. Here is issue number 8.
See, I would probably like this series now.
You would love this series
because I didn't even really care about the Disney characters until I got older, and now I can grab a Dell Giant and be entertained for an evening.
This is issue number 9, and here's issue number 10. Yeah, like I said, it's a fun, silly thing, and they're always they always do the animal puns, and it's just definitely just irreverent humor. And yeah, issue number 10 and issue number 11. There you go. And I'm actually kind of surprised they did not get sued. All righty, let me go to the next one, and let's see. There was a little bit of, I think you and I disagree on this one here, and that is this guy's version of this particular character any good? I say yes, you say eh. Can bathe, wheel Basque, says Jackson. But here's Wonder Woman, the George Perez run. And this is issue number 25. And here is issue number 26 in the aftermath of Invasion.
No, I mean the ideas. Well, okay, for one thing, I'm not a huge I'm not a big fan of Thor in Asgard, Wonder Woman in Themyscira, Namor in Atlantis. I like the fish out of water, if you will. And the fact that George Perez, he needed help to write, and he got it eventually. I think Mindy Newell ended up, co-writing with him or somebody like that. And I don't dislike it, but I do think that Byrne's run was better.
It was really good. I can't argue that. I can't argue. I can argue for George Perez, but I can't argue against John Byrne. Here's issue number 27.
I thought Greg Rucka's run towards the end of that series was very, very good.
So did I. Yeah, here is issue number 28. As a matter of fact, this is just one hell of a run all the way through.
It definitely had a lot of good writing.
And here is issue number 29.
A lot of great Adam Hughes covers.
And we have issue number 30. And we have issue number 31. And issue number 32. And issue number, is it still 33? Yep.
Wonder Woman is our second best selling DC character.
Issue number 34. I know, you know what? Wonder Woman's pretty damn hard to get. If I get an auction, if I get a a collection with Wonder Woman in it, I paid a couple of dollars. Just saying.
And you know why? Same reason why it's hard to find romance comics. And
issue number 36.
A lot of people have Wonder Woman, and that's the only superhero comic they have because it appeals to girls.
And this is issue number 38, so there's a little jump. And Wonder Woman annual number 1989, or is that 88? I didn't. There you go, in 1989. Alrighty, that's a good cover too. Okay. We were talking about best writers. This guy's going to, if we do the video, when we do the video, this guy is going to have to sit out. That being, he took speaking of Lin Wein, he took a great creation of his, and he just created, in my opinion, something more. It's like Johnny Cash doing the 9 Inch Nails song. It's no longer Johnny Cash's, and now people say it's Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. This is issue number 26. And we have issue number 27. And here is issue number 28. And we have issue number 29. And here is issue number 30. And issue number 31. And we have issue number 32. Is that? Yep. And then we have issue number 34, which I remember when this puppy was commanding $10 or $20, $30. This is issue number 34. You remember when this was huge?
I remember 37 still is.
Oh, 37. Yeah, I wish. I freaking wish.
I wasn't expecting to see that in $3.
Not $3 books. No, 36. And unfortunately, no 37, but I do have annual number 2. Yep. All righty. Now, please, by all means, if you have commentary, these are the books that you didn't talk about on the show there, but I'll tell you what, I am so jazzed. I love what I just showed. Great copper books, not a lot of stuff that's been here before, so you get a try at something that we haven't had in auction before. But you got to admit, Bronze Age is freaking cool. You may have me on your side here. When we were talking, what's better? I said copper, you said bronze, but I don't know, man. Here we got Action Comics 443. It's a 100-page special. This thing is thick. It does have that little clip on the end.
It's simple. As a reader, it's copper. As a collector, it's bronze. It's not even close.
Okay, I can buy into that.
And there's a lot of great reading in the Bronze Age also, but for entirely different reasons. Comics really became, I'm not saying they became adult in content. They became an adult in the 80s.
They started to grow up with their readers, for better and worse. Hey, KRENIZ, what's up? How you doing? All right, let's see. Yes, Prez, Wonder Woman, very wordy but good, says Jackson. All righty, and we've got okie doke. I got all of them there. Here's Action Comics issue number 444. There we go.
Yeah, good stuff.
Nerdy Texan says he's doing fine. He had to, as a lot of us do around this particular time, owe the government a little bit too much that keeps you away from comic book auctions. But he is doing well. I'm only saying that because I'm holding some Superman books. And once again, I always said, if you get a chance to get a book where Lex Luthor is punching a baby, get a book where Lex Luthor is punching a baby.
Now, if I'm remembering correctly, that has a November in the little circle on the right, correct?
No,
or is that December? Okay. Because so that one I would have gotten. For some inexplicable reason, we didn't get the November cover dated comics, or they were very sporadic. But you're going to be showing a lot of stuff from like the first 2 years that I was a collector. I mean, I was just like having flashbacks, the good kind, while you were showing a lot of stuff earlier.
Well, I remember I put these in what I think is cool order, and what I'm about to show you is really freaking cool. And then I have more stuff to show you. So this is a really good auction this week. This is Justice League of America. It's Bronze Age goodness. This is issue number 133, where they're going against Despero. And as you can see, pretty good condition too, kids. All righty. Plus, hey, look, issue number 134. So it's a complete story.
As the kids say, I bought these OTR.
On the reel? Is that what that means?
Off the rack.
Off the rack.
Because I said this was like my first year. And I thought that, yeah, I just loved the Justice League.
Yeah, me too. Here is 135. So we have 133, 34, 35. And you're saying I better look these up before I put them in.
Definitely.
I was absolutely in no way, shape, or hell was I not going to look this up before putting it into the auction. But this is issue number 136.
Yeah, now is that October or November?
It says November.
Okay, because I don't think I'm making this up, but I don't remember getting that because our whatever I got my comics missed so much of that month. I remember that. I remember getting that off the rack.
Yeah. Speaking of rack. Alrighty, there you go, guys. Ernie Shiva. All right, there you go. Issue 137. And then we have issue number 138.
I'm disappointed here that you weren't an Adam Strange fan.
Yeah, he never grabbed me as a kid. I like him a little bit more now.
Yeah,
but as
same
a kid,
here. It was fine when I saw him in the Justice League, but I wasn't seeking out his solo adventures.
Now I want to get those mysteries in space that I missed.
You know,
3 all-new novels, kids.
Take out a second and third mortgage and go buy some of them.
I know, right? Here's issue number 139. Yeah, definitely these things are in the $3 category at the very least. Plus, I'm going to look to see if any need to be higher. There we go.
Yes.
Here's issue number 140. And we have issue number 141. All right. And we have issue number 142. Yep.
Yeah, so now you're in the 1 year where Steve Englehart wrote the book. And for quick history lesson, kids, DC asked Steve Englehart to come over and save the Justice League, and he agreed to do it, even though he'd already agreed to go to Europe a year from that time to do something. I don't remember what it was to do, but he said, "I will do Justice League if you let me write Batman." And so they gave him Detective, and that's where we got Strange Apparitions.
It amazes me that we some of the writers today can't plot 2 books to save their lives, and with Steve Englehart we get a great run of Justice League and a great run of Batman all at the same time. Hey to Brooke Mo Howard, what's up? Next up we have issue number 143, and there you go. You get a Wonder Woman Superman fight out of it.
Yeah, his Justice League stuff I don't think is remembered. Not nowhere near to the degree that his Batman work was.
Oh, of course. Well, his Batman work is iconic.
Yeah. But he did breathe new life in, because really the only conflict the team ever had was sniping between Green Arrow and Hawkman.
And here is issue number 144. Yeah.
But yeah, Englehart, like I said, did have subplots. He also brought Mantis over from Marvel. And, used her in a book, very thinly disguised. But yeah, I really like those issues. And Dick Dillon, I don't know where you stand on him as an artist. I'm not gonna say he's one of the greats by any stretch, but he was perfectly suited for Justice League.
One Slick saying, I remember buying many of these on the spinner rack. Yep. Okay, kids. Next up, we've got, well, it's in the title here. We've got World's Finest, issue number 229. I had a title before this one, but I figured, you know what? Actually, I need to put that title behind this one. I love these books. I think they're awesome. I'm pretty damn sure you're going to get some great reads out of this. Here's issue number 230. It's a giant size issue. There you go. The Sons of Superman and Batman, the Super Sons. All righty. Next up, we have issue number 231.
And there they are, ditching dads for new heroes.
And then we have issue number 232. Once again, like I said, there are some runs through these. I think, though, one or two. Yeah, this has a subscription fold. There you go. I know that actually is not taken off as much as somebody would think when they grade these, but thankfully you can't see it. You can't really see the subscription fold. I'm trying to catch, like I caught the light right there, but all righty. And here we go. That is 233. And we have 234. No subscription. There you go. Superman and Batman quit Earth. I like the little space helmet they give Batman. Because that's, you know, let's not think about the freezing cold and the air pressure.
Well, Chip Zdarsky had him just put his bat shorts over his head and come back in re-entry.
Issue number 235.
See, a bat helmet would have saved him, saved his head from popping off.
Here's issue number 236. This is a good run between 230 and 239.
That might have been the month I started.
And here is 237. And we have 238 with Fat Superman.
Excuse me, that's Healthy at Any Size Superman.
Healthy at Any Size Superman. Yes, of course. Diabetic Kryptonians are always good. This is 239 with the Metal Men again.
Yeah, I loved this comic as a kid.
There you go. And we have issue number 240. There you go. And issue number 266, which is a double size $1. All righty. Okay, and here is this was 265. This is 266.
You posed a question earlier. That could have been, that looks like somebody that was created by Susie Dearden, age 13, from Palo Alto, wherever state that's in.
Yeah.
For Dial H for Hero.
I know. I made the questions like sometimes you get a comic book and it has an obscure villain you've never seen since that first appearance. It's just the way of things. That's just how it is. But yeah, I was like, who the freaking hell is that? This is World's Finest, issue number 267. And here is issue number 268.
Thank you, Jay.
There you go. My money says you're going to have a bidding war over the Wonder Woman versus Superman, as well as all the World's Finest. Hopefully, that's the whole goal. Here is issue number 269.
Well, you get the. I don't know if you've got any of the ones where Black Lightning and Green Arrow team up.
I don't know. Oh, why are those?
No. It's just there's some dialogue that would not fly today.
Ah, okay. Here's issue 270, and then we have issue number 271.
But for the record, kids, it should be able to fly today.
Yes.
Because we grew a generation of beep
Wimps.
C's. Yes, we'll go with wimps.
Okay. Yes. 272. And here is 273. I told you I had a whole bunch of Bronze Age World's Finest coming to you. Here is 274. Starting this issue, Zatanna debuts in her monthly series. All righty. Next up, we have 275. And we have 276 with the Creeper. All right. All right. Last batch here for the World's Finest. We have issue number 277. Hey, look, there's Zatanna. You know what? I'm going to go to defense for the lobster head Zatanna. I like the costume, kids. And I don't care. You can't change my mind on that. That one's a pretty good look. Here is 278. What do you think about the lobster head Zatanna?
I don't want to embarrass you on your own channel.
Like you haven't before, but okay.
I'm trying to change.
Here's 279, and it stars that dog. There you go.
I'll tell you what, I like lobster head Zatanna better than completely toned down version that we've gotten like Rebirth.
Oh.
Where
where it looks like she's just wearing skinny pants and
and she's got the pigtails or whatever it is because women can't look like women.
Here's 280. Look at the cover. Look at that. I mean, these are in pretty damn good shape here, kids. And here is 282. There's that's Gil Kane, right?
Yes.
But that's Gil Kane on only half the book.
Well,
is that
definitely the Superman half? I'd have to see if you can lift it back up. I can. Oh no, that's all him.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think the tigers got like Batman didn't look, but when I raised it to see the tigers and the people on him, I was like, no, that's definitely Gil Kane hair. A lot of people talk about Gil Kane nostrils, but Gil Kane hair is easy to identify as well.
That's a good point.
All right, here's something I'm very excited about. I want to read these books. It's issues number 283 and 284 because it's got composite Superman in it. I don't know why it's not composite Superman Batman, but there you go.
I guess they figured it took too long to say.
Maybe so.
I don't know.
All righty, and here's issue number 284. Okay, so I said this looks like an Art Adams cover from an annual. Like Art Adams maybe took the design and just did his own spin on it. But that's World's Finest issue number, what is it? That's 285. And then we have issue number 286. And here is issue number 287. I like this. I like the white border around the. It just looks really cool. I really dig that.
Yeah, I think I was maybe just about by this time coming down off my temper tantrum from it not being the double sized anymore.
Yeah, and you can finally buy it again.
No, I was sorry to see the double size go. I liked having. I like the anthology books.
And there's 288. And that ends the World's Finest, but that's a lot of World's Finest, kids. The next title I have here, I gotta be honest. I'm actually thinking, should this be the last lot? Because I really have never had these books in auction before. I think I might have had one issue and it was really torn up. But here we have The Metal Men, and that's issue number 45.
Yes, I just love. I love seeing that particular one.
And here is 46.
You know, it's scary to think about that. The first one you held up, I bought that new. I had not turned 14 yet, and I'm about to be 61.
Oh man, I'm doing the math. What year would this be?
It would have come out very late 75. I am aware.
I would have been 5 years old when that book came out, dude.
And I said, yeah, because I think I started in October, November of 75.
There you go. And this is issue number 47. Alrighty. And here is issue number 48. I love this cover, dude. I love this.
Anybody saw the top where it said X Effect? They weren't taking a shot at Marvel. That, you know, the Metal Men were probably bigger than the X-Men at the time. And either one of them were big.
And here is 49. Just look at the colors on this thing, man. These covers pop. Here is issue number 50. Hey, remember when you could do an issue number 50 and it didn't have to be a big deal? There you go. And then we have issue number 51. Nowadays, good luck to make it to issue number 5, much less 50.
Yeah.
Here's issue number 52. There we go. And we have issue number 53. I'm noticing kids are going up against the Metal Men. And we have issue number, what do we got here? Issue number 54. And we have issue number 55. And issue number 56. There you go, guys. A great freaking run of Metal Men.
Did you notice anything about issue 54?
Other than that it's got the chick on it? What?
Well, no, it's okay. Did you see the tiny little thing up there in the right-hand corner under the logo?
Special guest star Green Lantern?
I think it may have been a decent idea to like put Green Lantern on the cover.
Probably so, considering Metal Men wouldn't have been as big as Green Lantern.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Maybe they thought metallic boobs would sell more.
Yeah, of course. Green Lantern had just gotten his own title back a few months prior to that.
Okay, now let's see. Let me get some comments. Who is Pooh? Why on earth is it talking? I don't know. The hair and the nose is a real telltale for Gil Kane art. I had a few of those World's Finest, but got rid of them back in the 80s. Shoot me now. Actually, I will not do that, but I will sell them to you on Saturday. So let's see. I saw Composite Super Bat. There you go. See, right? It's easy. Eric, we don't want to start strafing run on Pearl Harbor by those German. Wait, what? I don't know what yeah, there you go. Eric was there when they cut King Charles's head off. And by the way, I already went on a rant today at the comic shop about Action Comics 1000. I've had my Action Comics 1000 rant. Apparently it's something live as well to watch. So, but here we go. We've got a lot of DC specials and all these side DC stories that are kind of like Marvel Tales, where it would reprint Silver Age stories. In this case, we have DC Special Presents Superheroes Battle Super Gorillas, where we have the first appearance of Titano and Gorilla Grodd, as well as 2 other stories. There you go. And then we have, let's see, let me line this up proper. I know I've got 2 of these here. Next up, we have issue number 18 of Earth-Shattering Stories. And remember, these are kind of, like I said, these are kind of like the Marvel Tales and Marvel Greatest Stories and all that, where they're reprinting the Silver Age and such like that. All right. Next up, we have Earth-Shattering Disasters, which Eric says, nope, this one's original.
It is.
All right. It actually says there are 3 all new epics.
See, eyes can read.
And then we have DC Special presents in an all-new spectacular story, Captain Comet versus dinosaurs, kids.
That would have been a callback, because there was nothing bigger in the late 50s through the 60s than dinosaurs at DC. Dinosaurs and gorillas. I guess test marketing said they sold well.
This is issue number 21 of DC Specials. This is Superheroes War Against the Monsters.
Look, a purple dinosaur. It ain't Barney.
Well, it's the war that time forgot.
Yes.
There we go. Alrighty, and then we had I already showed this one off. And we have one of the better reprint titles, especially during the holidays. But hey, I've got it right now. This is Christmas with the Superheroes. It has stuff like the Teen Titans. What was it, number 13? Where they did the Christmas Carol. It's got a Batman Christmas story and so forth. But these are all reprinting Silver Age and Bronze Age stories. So that one's really good. We then have DC 4-Star Spectacular, once again, reprinting the Silver Age. All righty. That's issue number 4. And then we've got a different, is that the same? What do I have? Oh, okay. So we have DC Super Special battering Super Gorillas, and then boom, we got kind of this a sequel, right?
I think that one, the one on your right hand, might be new.
Yeah.
The one on your left, it definitely wasn't.
All righty. There you go. And then we have DC Superstars of Space starring Adam Strange. This is number 8.
Now, you might want to pop that open and give that a read, because I think that's got some Strange Adventure reprints in that.
Okay. And next up, we have a couple of the big dogs for the week. We have 5-Star Superhero Spectacular, and this has got Aquaman, Batman, Green Lantern, The Flash, and the Atom. So you get,
I believe that is DC Special Series number 1.
There you go. All righty. And finally, we have DC Superstar Holiday Special. This is the one with the Frank Miller Christmas Batman story.
Yes.
And apparently a Jonah Hex and a Cain and Abel. So you get House of Mystery, you get Legion, Superboy and the Legion, you get Jonah Hex, you get Sergeant Rock, you get Batman. This sounds like an awesome book right here, dude.
And you don't get the name of the comic or the number.
That is
until you look at the inside and the indicia.
Okay. All righty. That's all the comics. That's all the comics I have. I do have 2 magazines here that are going to be big dogs as well. I tried to get more, dudes. I really did. It's one of those things where I just bid on down the line. I want all of these. Please give them to me at the price point I need them at. A lot of the books went to $30, $40, $50, which is a little bit out of what the range I was willing to pay. But here we have this stars Frankenstein's Monster, Werewolf by Night, and something called the Chimanu. But this is Monsters Unleashed, issue number 7.
That cover would definitely be Jambo approved. For 2 reasons. You know why that guy's holding her, right? To keep her from tipping over. Look at the size of those things.
She's buoyant. It can't be that she's trying to help her in the river. She would definitely float.
Yes, she would.
There you go. And issue number 8, which stars Frankenstein and the Man-Thing and iZombie. There you go. And ladies and gentlemen, that is proverbial that. Now that's actually factual that. So there you go, because that's all I got to show off. But I hope you guys saw something. You're like, hey man, that looks cool. Some of the stuff that was, here didn't sell last week might show up. I've got some bags for the magazines. Finally, I'm going to put those out probably with them. I'm going to put together a thing. I wanted to get the magazine bags so I could ship Jughead and KRENIZ's books a little bit more safe. So I was waiting for that, KRENIZ. Now that I have them, I could put your Conan's in and yeah, feel a little bit better when I ship them off.
Yeah. MK earlier said, how do I remember all this stuff? From what I was told, as you go through life, brain cells stick in your, like, I'm trying to make a long story short. The brain cells that I destroyed while I was drinking those years will never be as clear as like the stuff, because I obviously wasn't drinking when I was a kid. And those cells are intact, so it's easier to recall those memories. I don't know if that's true, but it kind of makes sense if you think about it. So those, I guess the cells just stay in your body your whole life. It's just what kind of damage you do to which ones. So I mean, I have almost like a Rain Man memory for the first couple years I collected comics.
I got to admit, sometimes I forget. I think it's kind of funny when we're talking old comics. I'll say something like, the Punisher first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 129, and I'll just hear 129. My brain works weird, so I know it's 129. I was looking in it and it just says the wrong thing, and then you're there to correct, which is kind of cool.
I mean, but that to me, that's minutia. I mean, it's just, I wish my memory worked in ways like, I don't know, counting cards, so I could have gone to Vegas and made a mint, and I could afford a Spider-Man 129.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
See how I'd tie it all together.
There you go. Oh, hey, Gail, can I borrow $4,300 because the comic shop has a first appearance of Legion of Superheroes? It's only $4,300, honey.
I just want a sandwich. Which one of us are you going to take care of?
Eric says, instead, can you just make sandwich? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. That's motivation to get done. She goes, how about some bacon and eggs?
Ooh.
I get breakfast for dinner, kids. Yeah. So, okay, you looked at everything. What is it that you go for? What looked interesting to you before we sign off here?
I said the World's Finest, you had the first ones I bought, and those have a major soft spot for me. That Metal Men 45,
yeah,
I think that was in the second or third batch of comics I ever bought new. So I mean, that was like one of the first 20 books I ever had. So I have a soft spot for Metal Men, and it was entertaining. I said, Walt Simonson was the artist. Is Pasco writing and Simonson art on some of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell that Simonson was going to be a good one, even back then. But he'd already done the Manhunter by then. But
I got to say, the Metal Men, I'm not keeping any, so I'm not thinking of it in terms of that. But I was excited with the Metal Men, the amount of World's Finest and what they were. The Justice League is because I get a lot of mid to late 100s. This is a lot of the earlier stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see that. Not only that, but this is the first time I've really had a good run of Blue Beetle in there. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. If I were buying things, that holiday special has always been a favorite of mine, as well as the 5-star special. I would definitely be going for the Metal Men, though. I think that's something for me. Jay is saying I've always wanted to read Hex, which I've got a good run of. I might sell it as a set, though. It's got like 10 to 18 issues. And Maranya saying go for the World's Finest. Yeah,
I will be right back.
Alrighty. Frog, that model is being phased out, so no more upgrades. Oh, okay, firmware. I've always, and let's see, Robin is a manhunter, says Rhaegar. Now he is. The Tim Drake version of him is. But yeah, guys, I hope you did see something that you appreciate here. Once again, Saturday night starts at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow, what day are we? We're on Wednesday, right? So let's see. Tomorrow I might take the day off. If I do want to do some videos. I want to get back to making videos for Old Man Comics and maybe even the Disney Channel. And we actually changed the movie channel. We got a community strike, so we can't grow that channel right now. But I redid it. I restarted it on another thing. I'll put the link in if y'all want to check that out. Yeah, but really, I want to do some. I'm reading comics again. It's a lot of fun. I actually bought some new comics today, but yeah, just want to check that out and start doing all. If you guys noticed, I've been breaking down these longer live streams into individual topics, so you guys can get a second chance. Because I know you can't watch an entire 4 hour, or maybe some of you can. But for those of you who can't, I'm putting out individual topics and such from the later parts of these 4 to 6 hour videos. I don't know if I'm going to do the auctions like that, but so far, so good. I mean, who knew if I put out more videos, my view count would actually go up. I feel so stupid. Like, oh, wow, look at that. It's actually working. Go figure. But there you go. So please check it out. Check those out if you haven't, if you didn't watch the segments and everything. Obviously, you know, if you like our live streams and such, definitely be here on Friday night at 9 o'clock Eastern. Going to have our open mic night. Maybe talk about a few comic books before we get going. And yeah, by all means, check us out on Saturday. I guess even though he's not here, like thank Eric for hanging out with me and talking, and like thank every one of you guys for hanging out in the chat. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. You kids have a good night. I'm gonna go have bacon and eggs.